August 29th, 2008 was the day that John McCain sentenced the Republican Party to death by choosing as his vice presidential nominee a little-known Alaska governor by the name of Sarah Palin. Now, Sarah Palin was so loopy and fucking crazy right-wing that she made George W. Bush seem like a liberal's wet fucking dream. The Tea Party base of the Republican Party, the ultra-social conservative, we hate fags and minorities, and we want the country to revert to this 1950s mentality that never really existed outside of Leave It to Beaver. That crowd loved her.
He's a Muslim communist.
You seriously think Barack Obama's a Muslim?
Yeah.
And he thinks he's a terrorist?
Why do you think he's a Muslim?
His wife made him say he's a Christian so he could get elected.
They thought she was just the greatest fucking thing since sliced bread, and she was a woman. They wanted her at the top of the fucking ticket. They didn't even give a shit about John McCain. They loved her. They loved Sarah Palin. A woman. Now, by contrast, the Catholic Church does not allow female priests, and they certainly would not allow a female pope. The point I'm driving at here is that the Tea Party, the farthest of the far right-wing fringes in America, the core of the fucking right-wing fringe that has seized control of the Republican Party to that party's own detriment, those people are more socially progressive than the Catholic Church. And that should be terrifying. I mean, any non-religious organization that excluded women from leadership roles would fall under extreme scrutiny and harsh criticism. But the Catholic Church gets a pass because, oh, it's tradition. It's tradition. You know what? It was in the Catholic Church's tradition to burn witches and execute atheists too. But we don't let them do that anymore, now do we? It's probably no mystery to any of you why I'm talking about the Catholic Church today, because they just appointed a new star commander. They got a new pope. A pope by the name of, let me see this hard-to-pronounce ass name, Jorge Mario Bergoglio. Luckily, he changed his name to Pope Francis I, which is a lot easier for me to say, so thanks for that much at least, Francis. With the selection of this new pope, the Catholic Church has signaled to the world that, no, we are not going to step forth into the light of modernity. We want to stay enshrined in this old way of thinking for as long as the world will possibly allow us to. I say that because this new pope, who is of Italian descent but Argentinian by birth, said in 2010, when his country was considering legislation to allow gay marriage and gay adoption, he had this to say. I'm going to read it to you. The Argentine people will face a situation whose outcome can seriously harm the family. At stake is the identity and survival of the family, father, mother, and children. At stake are the lives of many children who will be discriminated against in advance and deprived of their human development given by a father and a mother as willed by God. At stake is the total rejection of God's law engraved in our hearts. He went on to describe this legislation as a move of the father of lies who seeks to confuse and deceive the children of God. The father of lies is Satan, the devil, the big, spooky, red guy with the horns and the pitchfork down there in hell, torturing the sinners and cackling about how one day he's going to beat God. And he's just here fucking with things on earth, you know, like, ha ha ha! What evil will I do next? I know. I'll allow those two people of the same gender who love each other to get married. My evil is complete! Argentina, thankfully, did not listen to the crusty old imbecile, and just a few short months after he made that statement, they passed the bill allowing gay marriage and gay adoption. Good for you, Argentina, not listening to the fucking stupid-ass pope. In short, the last pope was an old, white, bigoted piece of shit, and the new pope is an old, white, bigoted piece of shit. What a twist! And the 1.2 billion Catholics on this planet who have all agreed to kiss this guy's ass and pretend that he's an emissary from God, you are enablers of an old, white, bigoted piece of shit. So congratulations to you people. 1.2 billion idiots worshipping a bigot in a funny hat. Let's have a big round of applause for humanity. Pope Francis also said that allowing gay adoption was a form of child abuse. Yeah, the Catholic Church wants to talk about child abuse. Does Pope Francis think we all have fucking amnesia? We just forgot about... Wasn't there something with child abuse in the Catholic Church? Something... Not too long ago, I remember some kind of story about that. But I've always had a shitty memory, so that could just be me making that shit up, pulling that right out of my ass. But the thing about it that fucking shocks me is that even the world's most virulent homophobe should not be against gay adoption. There really is no rationale for it, no matter how much hatred you personally have for gay people. Because you're essentially saying that an orphan is better off as a ward of the state than they are in a loving home. And that is just the biggest crock of shit possible. The only good thing about Pope Jorge, or Pope Francis, is that he's really fucking old, so he should be dead soon. And then we can move on to the next old bigoted white piece of shit. Yay! If you enjoyed this video, please rate it, comment on it, subscribe to my channel by clicking this thingamajig right here. And also, check out my book, Neckbeard Uprising. It's available right down below. I hope you enjoy it. Many people have. You should be one of them. And you can save $10 off of the personalized edition of the book by entering coupon code NECKBEARD10. Although I don't really have much of a neck beard right now. Really just some neck scruff. But hey... the neck beard is inside. It's not about what's here, it's about what's here! I'd like to recommend that if you enjoy my channel, you check out the channel of Mr. Repzion. I'm going to show you a clip of his, and you can click the subscribe button in that clip at any time to subscribe to his channel. And if you don't want to do that, you can check out the link down below to his channel.
To those that participate in male-to-male contact, calculate for the highest rate of new HIV and AIDS cases documented to date.
Do you even know what AIDS/HIV is? Do you happen to cite any sources to back up your claim? No, because there are none. Well, no one ever said that facts are a Christian strong suit, did they? It's like an atheist comes to you and says, you know, how do I know a God exists? And you go straight to the Bible and start quoting them Bible verses. I'm sorry, but if you actually want to have an intellectual conversation about whether God exists or not, one of the first things you should not do is use the Bible as a means of argumentation. Because after I left religion, I was still trying to hold on to bits and pieces of the stuff that I knew and pull it along with me, when in reality I need to cut the ropes completely. Why I choose atheism is because it makes sense to me. I can be who I am, I can feel free, I can like who I am now, but most of all, I can live in reality.
Thank you, I'm the Amazing Atheist. Peace the fuck out.